A major part of the problem with vegetable oils or seed oils is the content of a type of polyunsaturated omega-6 fat called linoleic acid. 6 in 10 American adults have chronic illness such as heart disease or diabetes, and 4 in 10 have multiple chronic diseases primarily caused by diet. And the most significant change in our diets in the last 100 years has been the rise of linoleic acid consumption.
I'm not telling you what is right or what is wrong, but here's the evidence we have. When it comes to inflammation, there's no evidence from randomized control trials that linoleic acid increases inflammatory markers. When it comes to type 2 diabetes, linoleic acid intake is inversely associated with risk of type 2 diabetes, especially when replacing saturated fatty acids, trans fatty acids, and carbohydrates. If we look at all-cause mortality, higher linoleic acid intake is associated with a low risk of all-cause mortality, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. If we look at mortality from heart disease, the amount of linoleic acid inside of our tissues is associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular events. When it comes to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, linoleic acid consumption is associated with lower odds of future non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And when it comes to cognitive performance in older adults, we actually see mixed results. Some studies find linoleic acid and other omega-6s are associated with improved cognitive performance, whereas other studies find it's associated with cognitive impairment. But this study actually indicated that the ratio of omega-3s to omega-6s is likely the most important, and an intake favoring omega-3s produces the best results on cognitive performance. There's a lot of mixed studies, and most of these studies are done on mice. But in humans, the majority of the evidence indicates that the consumption of linoleic acid is not associated with any of these chronic diseases. And there's a far stronger correlation with saturated fats and unsaturated fats. And the most benefits appear to be derived from omega-3s, 7s, and 9s, with omega-6s like linoleic acid and monounsaturated fats right below. With that being said, I hope it's evident that these mixed results are probably due to the fact that hyperfocusing on the specific fatty acids that you consume is likely missing the forest for the trees, and the majority of the benefits that you can derive from your diet are by managing your caloric intake, micronutrient intake, amino acid intake, and probably reducing your intake of things like heavy metals. With that being said, if you would like an individualized approach to your nutrition and lifestyle to optimize your health, energy, and body composition, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.